Graham's law of diffusion by Thomas Graham states that the rate of diffusion of a gas is inversely proportional to the square root of its density or molar mass. Let me take that again. Graham's law of diffusion states that the rate of diffusion of a gas is inversely proportional to the square root of its density or molar mass. Mathematically, the rate of diffusion of a gas is inversely proportional to the square root of its density, or we can have it to be square root of its molar mass. From our knowledge on inverse variation, we know that when a variable is increasing, the other one will be decreasing. So that is what we have here. So if the density is decreasing, then the rate of diffusion will be increasing. If the density is increasing, the rate of diffusion will be decreasing. So same thing as this. If the molar mass is increasing, the rate of diffusion will be decreasing. If the molar mass is decreasing, then the rate of diffusion will be increasing. So what does that tell us? In the case of density, when we have a gas with a lower value of density, that means it is going to diffuse faster than the gas with a higher value of density. When we also have a gas with a low value of molar mass, this gas is going to diffuse faster than the gas with a higher value of molar mass. Let's say, for example, let's say we have a gas A having its density to be 2 grams per cm cube. Then we have a gas B with density 5 grams per cm cube. It is expected that gas A will diffuse faster than gas B. Why? Because gas A has a lower value of density than that of gas B. Same thing with this. Let's say we have hydrogen gas, and then we have oxygen gas. In this case, the molar mass of this hydrogen is going to be 2. Remember that the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. So 1 multiplied by 2, this will give us 2. And that of oxygen, the atomic mass is 16. So getting the molar mass, 16 multiplied by 2, this will give us 32. So that means hydrogen will diffuse faster than oxygen. Why? Hydrogen has a molar mass of 2, which is lower than that of oxygen. As a matter of fact, hydrogen diffuses 4 times faster than oxygen. Alright, so what if we have 2 gases involved? Just as we've indicated here, for the mathematical expression, what are we going to have? This is what we are going to have. In case of 2 gases, we are going to have R1 over R2 equals to D2 over D1, because it is inversely proportional. So this is not meant to be R1 over R2 equals to D1 over D2. No. Why? It is inversely proportional. So here too we are going to have R1 over R2 equals to the square root of M2 over M1. Please, you have to be very careful here. When you have R1 over R2, do not say you want to have M1 over M2. No. Remember from the law, it is inversely proportional. So what if I want to relate these 2 formulas together? I can have it this way. I can have R1 over R2 equals to the square root of D2 over D1 then equals to the square root of m2 over m1. So this is the formula you need to take note of. R1 over R2 equals to square root of D2 over D1. So you are going to use these two when the question involves rate of diffusion and density. But when it involves rate of diffusion and molecular mass, so you are going to use R1 over R2 equals to square root of M2 over M1. As a matter of fact, you can even have equals to T2 over T1. But in our next class, I'm going to explain to us how we can use T2 over T1. Please, this doesn't have square root. So like I said, in our next class, I'm going to show us how we can use this. But for this class, we are going to be having questions involving rate of diffusion, density, and the molar mass. And before we move into the examples, note that rate of diffusion equals to volume over time. Here is volume and here is time. Please take note. Rate of diffusion equals to volume over time. And by now we should know that the unit of volume, it could be in centimeter cube or dm cube. You can have it in dm cube or cm cube. So let's say we have it in cm cube and our time is what is in seconds. So we can say that the SI unit of rate of diffusion is centimeter cube per second. So in case you have it in dm cube, you have the volume in dm cube, and then you have your time in seconds, that will be dm cube per second. So please, these are the things we need to take note of before we delve into questions. Please note that rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to the square root of its density or the molar mass. And like I said, when the molar mass is decreasing, the rate of diffusion is increasing. So the lower the molar mass, the higher the rate of diffusion. Same thing with the density. If you have two gases and one is less dense than the other, the one that is less dense will diffuse faster than the other. So let's move into examples. So example 1 here says, if 100 cm cube of oxygen diffused in 4 seconds and 50 cm cube of gas Y diffused in 3 seconds. So I want us to take note of something here, that we have two gases. The gas 1 there is oxygen and the gas 2 is Y. So the first gas here, it is oxygen. Then the gas 2, it is said to be Y. And we are told that the volume of oxygen is 100 cm cube. So we can have this to be V1. Why am I having V1? Because that is the first gas I'm using here. So this is 100 cm cube. And what else do we have? We are told that it got diffused in 4 seconds. So the T1 here, it is 4 seconds. And 50 cm cube of gas Y. Cm cube, that is the volume. So volume of this gas, that is V2, it is 15 cm cube. Diffused in 3 seconds. So the time here, T2, is 3 seconds. Calculate the relative molecular mass of gas Y. So we are looking for M2. What will be the value for M2? And the question says that make the atomic mass of oxygen to be 16. Class, if the atomic mass of oxygen is 16, please, we are dealing with gas. So oxygen is said to be diatomic. So that is why we have O2 here. So the molar mass of this will be 16 multiplied by 2, which is 32. So with these parameters, we can now answer the question. So take note, whenever you have volume as well as time, what should come to your mind is rate of diffusion. Remember I said the rate of diffusion equals to volume over time. So whenever you have the rate of diffusion, whenever you have volume, I mean, whenever you have volume, whenever you have time, what will come to your mind is finding the rate of diffusion. So from here now, the rate of diffusion, which is volume over time, this will give us 100 over 4, and this is 25. Are you all getting me? So for this now, I can find the rate of diffusion here to be what? Volume over time, and the V2 here is 50, and we have this to be 3. So I would like to leave my rate of diffusion here in this format. I don't want to get it in decimal. Let's just leave it in this format. Do not forget, the unit for this will be centimeter cube per second. Same thing with this, centimeter cube per seconds. All right, so now that we've gotten the rate of diffusion, so we are relating rate of diffusion and what together now? Rate of diffusion and the molecular mass. Remember the general formula I gave to us, where I said R1 over R2 equals to D2 over D1 equals to M2 over M1. In this case, we are not given anything like density. So we are linking rate of diffusion and molecular mass together. So we're using R1 over R2 equals to M2 over M1. So what is the R1? R1 is 25 over what of R2? 50 divided by 3. 50 divided by 3 equals to what is M2? M2 is unknown. That is what we are looking out for. And then M1 here is 32. M1 is 32. So what are we going to do next? This will be 25 divided by 15 over 3 now equals to M2 over M1. So as a mathematics student, what do you do here? This will be 25. This changes to multiplication. And when this changes to multiplication, we are going to have these 3 coming here, then 15 coming to this side. We are going to have 3 now over 15 equals to, so I need to put M1. M1 is 32, please. Equals to M2 over 32. So 25 here 1, 25 here, that is 2. So this will be 3 now over 2 equals to M2 over 32. So we need to get our M2. And then we have this square root here. What do we need to do in cancelling this square root? We have to square both sides. So squaring both sides, square we cancel square root. So when square cancel out square root, 3 square will be what? That is 9 over 2 square, that will be 4. Then equals to, so the square root here has been cancelled. So we now have M2 over 32. So what then do we need to do? Cross multiply. So we are going to have 4 times M2, that's what? 4M2 equals to 9 multiplied by 32. So looking for M2, divide both sides by 4. Divide by 4, divide by 4. 4 here, cancel this. 4 here 1, 4 here, that is 8. So I'm going to have M2 to be 9 multiplied by 8. And M2 will give us 72. So the answer there is 72. Please, I hope we understand. So we said from these parameters, we are given volume and time. So with volume and time, what we need to get is the rate of diffusion. And this has been going to be 25 cm³ per second. And from here now, volume and time, we have 50 divided by 3. So I decided not to change this to decimal. So we are linking rate of diffusion and molecular mass together. So doing this now, we are going to have your answer to be 72. So when we get to answer the second question, I believe you are going to understand much better.